Hi everyone, John here with Fountain Pen Love, and today I want to do a flip through of a notebook that I use for doodle inspiration. Now this is not an official doodle book where I do, finished works. It's one where I play, experiment, try out new things, try new pens. I bring it to pen meetups. I do all kinds of different things with it. And this is that notebook. If anyone's familiar, it's a Hippo Noto. It's the original one. I don't know how many pages, many hundreds. You can see it's pretty thick. Tomoe River 68 GSM paper, which is fantastic for playing with water and handling lots of different types of ink and pens. So this notebook has been with me for quite a while. I started using it in 2018 on a trip to Paris, and I originally was going to write in it, and that pretty quickly changed into something that I doodle in and experiment in. So today I want to just kind of do a flip through. It's got a lot of pages, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on any particular page, but I will be flipping through, probably speed up the video a bit so that it doesn't take quite so long. But feel free to stop and look at any page that strikes your fancy, that inspires you, that you want to get a closer look at, because there is some really fun stuff in here. So once again, this is the notebook that I take with me pretty much everywhere I go, whether it's a pen meetup where I could try new pens or inks, whether it's on a trip, if I just want to sit down and scribble or, play with my pens on an airplane, or around the house when I just want to do some doodles. I have other notebooks that I write in, but this one, the main thing is doodles and playing with ink and water. So hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you see a few things that inspire you. So without further ado, let's dive in. So like I mentioned in the intro, this is a Hippo Noto notebook, the original first edition one that came out on Kickstarter, Tomoe River 68 GSM paper. And as I mentioned in the intro, I wanted to make this a journal. So I started writing in it when I was in Paris on one of my trips there. I mean, the second trip I ever took there. And I did some doodles because I was sitting in a mosque. There was fantastic tile patterns. I wrote, some details about the pen shops that I went to, and that's about all of the writing I've done in this other than just playing with pens. You'll see it starts turning into more doodles, more playing with water and ink, and eventually it just turned into lots of doodles. So I'm just gonna start flipping through. Anything of note that is out of the ordinary, I'll mention, but otherwise, enjoy this flip through of my notebook. Now this was a gray ink test that I did. If any of you have read my blog post of the great gray ink, I forget what I call it, but it's basically a lot of gray inks, and I tested them all in here. I tested them in some other notebooks as well, but this was one of the places where I have documented those inks. Now we're back to more doodles, of course. Now I also let other people play in this once in a while, so some of these doodles and writing are from other people when we were hanging out, playing with pens. You can see lots of playing with water. This Tomoe River handles water very well. And so eventually that's what I started to do a lot of in this notebook. These may look familiar from my Ink of the Week post that I did a while back. I did all of my doodles every week in this notebook. And that's it. That's where I'm up to right now. Hopefully you enjoyed that, saw a few things that might have inspired you. I highly encourage everyone out there who's watching this, grab a notebook and just have fun with it. Get something that you can play with, that you don't mind if it's not perfect, that you can do ink samples, that you can do doodles. A lot of my doodle inspirations were originated in this notebook here, where I don't care if the page looks bad. If I'm not good at drawing leaves, this is where I'm going to practice drawing leaves. If I want to just play with ink and water, this is where I play with ink and water. It's much nicer for me having one notebook where everything is stored instead of random pieces of paper. I don't mind taking random pieces of paper and just playing with them, but I really, really enjoy flipping back through this, looking at all the different inks and pens that I've tried out, looking at all the different techniques that I've experimented with. So if you don't have anything like this in your life, get a notebook and just have fun with it. Play, play with water, play with inks, play with pens, and hopefully it's a good paper that can stand up to a lot of use, whether it's with water, whether it's heavy ink applications, whatever the case may be. Just get something and have fun with it. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, found it helpful, and yeah, get out there and just play with your inks and pens.